Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarva dharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Rakhal was not then living with Sri Ramakrishna, and therefore the master was having difficulties about his personal service. Several devotees lived with him, but he could not bear the touch of everyone during his spiritual moods. He hinted to Baburam, "Do you stay with me? It would be very nice. In this mood, I cannot allow others to touch me." This, when we are in the higher level of consciousness, people touching, not tuned to that, we won't be able to enter into a higher level of consciousness, seeing or knowing that there is a higher level of consciousness. But if we are in tune with it, if we can immediately tune to it, then our touch doesn't disturb the state of a person who is in higher level of consciousness. Now the ordinary jivas live at the lower three levels of consciousness, waking, dreaming and deep sleep. Beyond that is higher level of consciousness, where we are one with vast nature. Before that, waking, dreaming and deep sleep, we are ourselves identified only with this body. Higher level of consciousness, we leave this identification with body and enter into the realm of nature, Prakriti. I am in the realm of Prakriti, one with nature. Nature is governing every life. The whole universe is kept in order by this nature. So I am one with nature means imagine what would be your dimension of awareness. Still beyond, these are two levels, Anahata and below that, Anahata and Vishuddha, above that, Anahata and Vishuddha. The lower three chakras, Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, belong to Jiva Tattva. And dwelling the lower and lower level to the body, extremely bodily level, a person is touching the person who is in higher level of consciousness, either at Anahata or Vishuddha, immediately brings him down. And instead of this person entering into a higher level of consciousness, it brings down the consciousness of a person who is higher level. The more lower is the jiva, extremely at, suppose, Mooladhara. Mooladhara level means is just matter, matter-like living, like stone is living. So little is full of rajas running about it, desires, fully trying to fulfill desires. Then is the third layer, Manipura, level of consciousness, is clinging to life. Struggle, especially when we are hungry or when we are sick. Our consciousness constantly dwells to preserve this body. The clinging to body will be there. Beyond that is the Anahata. The moment we leave the three lower chakras, through three levels of consciousness, we leave the whole identity with the bodily existence and expand to the cosmic level, being one with nature, Prakriti. And still beyond is the another two levels of consciousness, that is Ajna and Sahasrara. That is the level of divine. The bodily existence is there, that is pertaining to Jiva Tattva, and Nabhi, beyond Nabhi, up to Kantha, is Prakriti Tattva. The level of Prakriti, nature of our existence, always needs my own karmic load, then Prakriti's participation to provide me a body to work out my karmas, and then the divine, which is the substratum in which all things take place. Just like now, anything you want, any object, anytime, anywhere, there must be the object, there must be space behind. If space itself is not there, there cannot be object also. I want to see an image, my own image in a mirror. If mirror is there, I can see the image. If mirror is there or not there, I cannot see an image of mine at all. Like that, to have the Prakriti, bodily existence and nature taking care of it, maintaining it, nature and body, there must be Chaitanya, the space of consciousness for both the Jiva and Prakriti to exist. So this pure spiritual existence that is above Kantha, Ajna and Sahasrara. In these two important aspects of existence, one is the Prakriti or the nature independent of creation and independent of all jivas, her own glory. She has just separated from the absolute, just like we are just about to wake up from the dream. That is, she is in her own. From here, the Prakriti Tattva begins with, evolutes. Akasha, Akashad, Vayu, Vayuragni, Agnirapad, Prithvi. So, up to here, it is Chaitanya. Now, suppose he is in the Nirvikalpa state or in the pure divine state of seeing Divine Mother, independent of this creation. He has left the border of nature also. So, imagine, he is either in the one with nature or one with God. So, how it will be? And a person who is there below the Nabhi level, it is below the navel level, at the lower three of the being matter, engaged in enjoyments or in clinging to life. These three levels, if it touches, it immediately disturbs. It may not harm, but moods are disturbed immediately. Because a person who has gone to higher level of consciousness, it is not going to harm. It will instantly, it may bring, but his freedom to go back is always there with him. It is just like a person is, even in studies, somebody has immersed in studies. You are designing something. He is unaware of the external world at all. He is doing something. Somebody comes and touches immediately how he reacts to it. It is not going to disturb. Actually, his work is not going to be stopped. Nor his freedom to work, enter into the work again. But a moment is that unknown touch just brings him out. Like that, he is in a fine mood because he has to constantly present to the world the understanding of existence of the transcendental realm. He has to be there always, now and then come to the lower level of consciousness to teach people, to show I was there. There is, I see, I meet God, you too can go. That assurance and the faith that people gain, how do they gain? People are not fools. They are very wise, and especially worldly people. They are worldly wise as well as worldly awarenesses in the trying to match with the worldly awarenesses. They try to probe into the reality. He is telling he is seeing God, it is real. He says he is entering into samadhi. Is it real? Swami Vivekananda says, when I am in samadhi, even if you put fire on my body, I will not be knowing it. So deep they go, beyond the limit of deep sleep. So that you can imagine Sri Ramakrishna entering into samadhi. He is totally obliterated. He is no connection with this world, nor he feels the existence of this world, nor in his memory there is a world at all. Just like we enter into sleep and we are unaware of our bodily existence in the external world. He enters to a higher level of consciousness, forgets the body and world. There we expand, here we contract. Contract to zero to enter into the infinity. Expand to infinity and enter into infinity. Objective ultimate and subjective ultimate. Both are. In this sleep also, we are shrinking back from waking state. Our consciousness is shrinking zero and immediately it is expanding to infinite. Because beyond zero, nothing is there. It expands. Similarly, while higher levels of consciousness, it goes on expanding from anahata. It expands to infinity. So, when we are in higher levels of consciousness, lower levels bring the mood down. Sri Ramakrishna doesn't want to happen that because it is not for his own glory or not for enjoyment. He is the master of this universe and beyond. What he wants to demonstrate, it is he. So he feels the love for his own creation. All jivas are his manifestations. So he wants them to know what it is, where their roots are, where they have to go back. The Pundit entered the master's room after visiting the temples. The master said to him from the porch, "Take some refreshments." The Pundit said he had not yet performed his evening devotions. At once Sri Ramakrishna stood up and sang in an exalted mood. He has not taken refreshments because he has not done his evening devotions on that. Why should I go to Ganga or Gaya, Kashi or Kanchi or Prabhas, so long as I can breathe my last within Kali's name upon my lips? What need of rituals has a man? What need of devotions anymore if he repeats the mother's name at the 3 holy hours? Gaya Ganga, Prabhashadi, Kashi Kanchi, Kebash Chai. One song is there. Who wants Gaya Ganga? Kashi, Kanchi and Prabhas, the famous Hindu religious centers. As long as I can breathe my last with Kali's name upon my lips. The love, ecstatic love of God makes man that it releases him totally from, you see, wherever we have this, there are two aspects of reality. They are different aspects of the same reality. Just like I have so many aspects of my existence. Suppose I am a doctor, I am a householder, I am a sannyasi. So many options we have. Now, an engineer, if he becomes a brahmachari, then he continues to be an engineerhood will not go away. In the one aspect he is engineer, one aspect is a brahmachari. Suppose he gets a job as a manager somewhere, then one more aspect of his is emerging out as a manager of an institution. But as a brahmachari is continuing, and these are different aspects of a person. He can be at the same time multifarious, many aspects in him. He can manage so many things and think at a time of many things also. As his responsibilities and duties expand, he is aware of vaster range of things. Now, I saw a trustee who is a trustee for nearly 50 institutions. He is aware of all the 50 institutions, and almost every day there will be meetings. He is attending to each of the institution and seeing that everything is going on well. How much of the expansion of the personality you see. Like God has two major, apart from all his many manifestations, including his universe, he has two. One is personal aspect and impersonal aspect. The Brahman, the impersonal aspect, and the Lord of the universe as a personal aspect. One is Nirguna Nirakara, without form, and another Saguna Sakara, with form. So these two constantly, when we are attached only to one of them, then the movement becomes little difficult. Because we have within us, we have two aspects. One, I have bodily existence. One, I have my spiritual existence. Spiritual existence I am not able to perceive. Bodily existence I am able to perceive. But my aim is to enter into the transcendental realm, the impersonal aspect ultimately, because that is my home from where I came into this realm of time and space, relative existence. I have to go back. I don't know where it is, how it is, because I am aware of time and space bound, this universe, a part of it, not whole universe also. If I am at understanding of the whole universe, I can peep beyond also. I am my immediate circle, which can be perceived with 5 senses only, not beyond. Every sense has limitation. Eye can see only the particular range. Ear can hear a particular range, particular decibels. So beyond Vibgayar, we cannot perceive anything. Ultraviolet, infrared, beyond that we cannot see. Same time, particular decibels beyond and infrasonic and supersonic, we cannot hear sounds. Small range, mind also it has limitation. This is our world. And infinitely vast compared to this is the universe. So what is our expansion to the nature or the world means? Now I am body, I know this much. With that I have to go to the transcendental realm. And that is the struggle now. Now I cannot relate to that, but I can relate to anything that is within the time and space. So universe itself as the God, or the Chaitanya which is pervading it as God. Scriptures have both authority to tell. One is Saguna, God is Saguna Sakara. He is with qualities, with form. Form means it need not be physical form. Whatever mind can conceive, the absolute cannot be conceived because beyond time and space. Within the time and space I can conceive anything. One can't. Just like I am not this body. How do you know? Every day when I sleep, I separate from it and enter into a realm unrelated to this body. So I am sure I am not this body. That is my experience because I am separating from it totally. Not even its memory will remain when I enter into sleep. Then when I wake up, again I touch the body, pervade the body like a electrified wire is touching a copper vessel. It first touches and pervades the whole vessel, becomes electrified. Anywhere you touch, it is electricity is there. Like that, I touch this body and pervade this body. Immediately, till then, if pain is there, I will not experience. The moment I pervade this body, come to waking state and pervade this body, immediately the pain starts. Oh, is paining here, paining here. Again sleeps, the pain is not there, he doesn't perceive. Again pervades, this is pervasion. Like that, if what the individual consciousness, when it pervades the bodily existence, we call it Jivatman. The cosmic consciousness which pervades the whole universe, we call it Ishvara, or the Lord of the universe, or we call it Paramatman, Jivatman, Paramatman. So this identity, when I have a bodily existence, I can understand what is this Vishwarupa, or I can conceive in my mind vast universe of unimaginable dimensions. There is Bhubho, Swama, all this I can understand. But what is beyond I cannot understand. So I can conceive a God like human. I can consider a God like anything that I can see. Tree as God, I can understand. Because I am not this body, but I am manifesting through this body. Consciousness can manifest through matter. And that is life. So God can manifest through any object. And I can worship any object as God, and He receives it. Because everything is pervaded by one consciousness. So consciousness is touching the consciousness. So I can conceive all these things, but I cannot conceive the absolute, what it is. There is no time, there is no space, existence is there. Existence without space and time, I cannot know. There is neither time nor space, but it exists. If space itself is not, how does it exist? If time is not there, how it exists? It would be like my deep sleep, where is there no time and space. Elsewhere, and when there is no time and space, there is one existence. Who will know whom? There are no two at all to know. So all this comes into picture. So if I have a personal God, conceive, understand, scriptural authority of the saints, God comes in a form. He came to me as Shiva, He came to me as Rama, He came to me as Christ, He came to in different forms as Buddha. He can take any form because He is not limited by form. Water can take any form because it is not limited by a particular form. Put water in a glass, it takes the form of glass. Put it in a pot, it takes the form of pot. It doesn't, because it is free, it is not bound by form. We are bound by form. So God can, this much understanding is sufficient. Then I start There is one with Vidhi Niyama. The sages have made a detailed way of undergoing transformation. It's called puja. In puja, I worship God. I have an understanding of God. I like some form. I want God to come in that form. I have an understanding of Krishna or Rama. I've read the life of Krishna and Rama, and I've conceived in my mind a particular aspect of Rama. I have accepted or conceived Krishna to be an object of love and purest love in this universe. I can see as the God's love, and I have an understanding. So I like that. Then God can manifest. Now, with that form, that rupa, I worship Him. In worship, I'll give bath, I will feed Him. So many things I do. Whatever I feel that pleases my senses, I offer those senses to Him and offer the objects of senses, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, including food items. I like food items. I like nice smell. I offer dhupa. Whatever I like nice sights. I offer flowers. I decorate everything. So everything, what the five senses appreciate, that I offer to God and my senses along with it, so that they will not attract. Now, because of this offering and praying, interacting with this mind has created a God, and I am interacting with that God, in and through that God, to be the real God. That much I understand, but I don't see real God accepting it or rejecting it. But I feel, what is the authority? Others who have seen and experiencing. Now we are reading Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. How much of understanding we have got, how much of faith we are developing in God, God's presence. With that we go ahead. Now this creates a personal relationship. My heart can understand, oh, I could not give him offering today morning. Oh, he may be hungry. How the feelings start coming. Now, it is easy to see me another man's suffering. Oh, just like if I don't give something to my Lord, how he may be feeling. As I feel, he feels. If I have not given food of 2 days, how I will be. Like that I see into God. And same God I am trying to understand. When I feel another man is suffering without food. Oh, I have 2 rotis with me. Let me give to him. At least 1 roti shall I give. I run and give. So here comes, I am able to see the divine understanding I can have, and my understanding of God is expanding. Now, suppose I hold on to Advaita. I don't have heart to participate in it, only intellect. Jnana Patha. This is Bhakti Patha. Love is predominant. There it is. Intellect is predominant. My heart remains empty. Where shall I focus my emotions? I have a small family or friends, with them only. I saw a person in US. He is attached, intensely attached to his dog. Another, a Swami, is attached intensely to his cat. Oh, they are focusing their emotions somewhere because they don't have friends. It is US, Western country, where nobody is anybody's. So they are all meet, part. So heart remains empty. So they focus. Almost every household people or anybody in US, Westerner, you can see is having an animal at home, especially dog household, because there is no other place where we have family on which we focus our emotions. I love my child. I cannot live without him, as if. Like the same thing, when property division goes on, you can see fighting for a dog. It's mine, I have ordered this, that, and all this happen because where shall I focus my heart? Where shall I? So an Advaitin always remains like a barren land without any. Therefore, when it comes to, he constantly thinks of Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahma. I am not body, mind, and all this. Aham Brahmasmi. Then he have no other alternative. And there, what he does is, when the suffering of other people is there, after all bodily suffering, the Atman is free. He doesn't even feel like participating there. Everything is Maya. Brahman alone is real. He neither participates in the world to serve and love, nor has a place where he can focus for long time till his karmas get exhausted by themselves. It may take millions of lives. He has to continue the same awareness. But in our lives now, presently, as Ramakrishnites, we accept both. When it comes to me, my body is suffering. This is a body. Because there I am alone. When somebody insults, what will happen? When somebody insults, I feel, let him insult. I am Atman. He cannot insult Atman. He can insult my body and mind. I am not that. I use. When there is bodily suffering, I say, doesn't matter. I am this outer cover alone is suffering. At the same time, when I see the suffering of others, I feel, I have to do something. He is suffering. Because I know my God suffering there. Personal aspect of God. I have kept my heart on God, personal aspect, and impersonal aspect, not to be shaken by people saying anything, not to be shaken by the conditions of body, not to be shaken by the situations of life. I use Advaita. Advaita for myself, Dvaita for outsiders. So safely we keep moving. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.